The time has come again to talk about how much it costs to live in London. I did one of these videos like several months ago when I was still living in student accommodation, but I've since moved and some things have changed, so I thought it was time for an update. As I said last time, I know that money can be a touchy subject, so just remember this is just how I'm choosing to prioritize my spending at the moment. That doesn't mean you have to do the same, so just keep that in mind throughout the video. Okay, so let's start with recurring expenses. So these are things that I pay monthly, so I'll give you the monthly rate and also the weekly rate so we can calculate that. My biggest recurring expense is rent. Obviously living in London, rent is expensive. So I live in a 3-bed flat in Southwest London and my rent is $7.50 a month, and that equals $187.50 per week. It's funny because it's actually only £8 more per week than I was paying when I was living in Greenwich in the student halls, and I have so much more space. I have a living room where we can hang out, but I did not have to pay utilities there and I do have to pay utilities here, so let's get into those. We use bulb for gas and electricity, and for each of us it's £34 per month, which is $8.50 per week. We have Now Broadband and we pay £7 per month, and that is $175 per week. Water is £14 each per month and $3.50 per week. I'm gonna be linking down a lot in this video just so you're aware. Another expense that we have is council tax. So this is a local tax that everyone living in London has to pay. There are some exemptions. We were actually previously exempt because we were full-time students, but our courses have now officially ended, so we do have to pay it now. And our area is actually the second lowest council tax in all of London, I believe. So we pay £20 per month each, and that's £5 per week. Another recurring expense that I have is my Pret subscription, and if you've been following me for a long time, you'll know I'm obsessed with it. I'm actually drinking my Pret right now. And it's £25 a month, and you can get up to 5 barista prepared drinks a day. That includes like smoothies and lattes and even the seasonal drinks at Christmas. So to me, it's totally worth it. That is, like I said, £25 a month, which is $6.25 per week, which is actually less than buying 2 lattes. So for me, it's a really good deal. I get coffee every day, sometimes twice a day, so I love it. I also pay £10 a week for my phone plan through giffgaff. In the previous video, if you watched that, I was way overpaying for data. I didn't really realize how much I was using, so I've been able to knock that down. Now I pay just £10 a month and $2.50 per week. And lastly, for the recurring expenses, one of my flatmates and I split a Disney Plus subscription, and that's £4 a month or £1 per week. Okay, so now for the fun part, the variable expenses. These are things that change from week to week, and this week I would say was pretty average. This weekend we did a lot more than I typically do because we had some guests, but just to give you a little bit of background about kind of my situation at the moment, I was previously a full-time student up until I think 2 weeks ago I finished, and since then I've been putting my portfolio together for applying for web design jobs and stuff, so I've also been like editing videos and stuff. So yeah, I'm in kind of a weird limbo stage right now. So yeah, that's just to give you an idea of like what my lifestyle is right now. Okay, so starting with Monday, I spent the entire day at my desk working on editing a video and putting my portfolio together. So all I spent was £2.30. I went to Pret in the morning and got a chocolate croissant because it was Monday and I needed it. And luckily that's all I spent that day, so my Monday total is $2.30. Tuesday it rained all day and I really did not want to leave my flat, but I had no groceries at all, so I had to run quickly to Sainsbury's, and I didn't feel like doing a big shop, so I just grabbed a couple things to tide me over, and that was $11.25, so that is my total for Tuesday. On Wednesday I went for a walk and ended up at the Putney shopping center, and I went to Wilko. I was kind of looking for like a storage ottoman or something that we could put our feet on while we were watching TV on the couch, but I had a look and I wasn't really sold on anything, so I ended up just buying some bin liners and some like cleaning rags, and that was $3.50. I also popped into Waitrose to get a few more bits. I normally don't shop at Waitrose because it's one of the most expensive groceries, but I was right there, so I just popped in really quickly and I spent where is it? I don't even know. $6.15. And then as I was leaving, I passed a bubble tea store and I have a problem. I love bubble tea and I was trying to be strong. I left and I was across the street, and then I was like, no, I really want it. So I went back and I got a bubble tea and it was £5. It's a really expensive habit to have, but it's so good. And it's something that I feel like kind of lucky to be able to just grab while I'm out, because when I was living in Kentucky, it wasn't really that readily available. So I think I just have like that mentality of like, ooh, a treat. So fun. Okay, and then when I got home, I was working on my portfolio and my disk storage on the website was very low, so I had to upgrade the site, which was kind of annoying, but it had to be done and it cost £35, which brings Wednesday's total to $49.46. Okay, it's Thursday and I'm about to be interviewed for a podcast. I've never done a podcast before. I'm a little bit nervous, but I think it'll be fun. I'm gonna plug that here because I'm not doing like a normal vlog this week. I'm doing this what I spend in a week, so thought I would just let you know that that's what's going on. I will make sure to update you guys when it's up if it's not already. Let's do this. On Thursday, all I bought was a ginger shot at Pret, which is kind of funny because last time I filmed a video I bought a ginger shot at Pret and it was $2.20, so it's gone up by 20 pence. That can add up, so I usually do buy like a big bottle of it at the store, but it's just so convenient when I was at Pret anyway, so I got one there and it was delicious. And then on Friday, one of my flatmates had some guests coming in, so I popped into Tesco and bought some bottles of wine for them, and that was £8. And then I got home and decided that we needed a new shower curtain because ours, it was moldy when we got here and now it's just disgusting. So I popped to Sainsbury's. I think it was £11 that I spent on the shower curtain, and then while I was there I was like I should just grab some groceries as well, so my whole total was £19. And then that evening we went to a bar in Clapham to meet up with my flatmate's guests' friends, and I had a glass of wine there, which was £6, which makes Friday's total $36.03. Okay, and then on Saturday morning we went to get brunch at a place called Connigan's in Wandsworth, and it was really good. I had a country breakfast and an orange San Pellegrino, and that was $15.50. In the evening we headed up to Kentish Town to a friend's flat and we ordered pizzas there from Francomanca, and I think mine was $12.40. Then we went into the city to play a round of crazy golf at a place called Swingers, and it was £14. It was actually so fun. Like, I would definitely go back, and if you think about like the price of like the cinema or something, it's kind of on par. No pun intended. I think it was a good use of £14. What was not so fun is I rolled my ankle that night on a grate in the street, so didn't love that. I'm doing okay now though, thank you for asking. Okay, so all of the transportation for that day was $7.70, which makes Saturday's total $49.60. On Sunday evening, we went to go see The Play That Goes Wrong on the West End, and it was actually so funny. I would definitely recommend it. My friend and I actually got restricted view seats, which can be hit or miss, so I actually went to seatplan.com, I think it's the website. I'll link it down below, and you can look up the theater that you're going to and the seats that you're looking at, and you can see pictures that people have posted of the view from those seats. So there was actually only a tiny sliver of the stage that we couldn't see, but I think we saved like 10 or 15 pounds, so it was definitely worth it. Anyway, I got a snack during the intermission. I got a recorder leg cider and a tiny can of Pringles, and that was $7.95. And then we were all a bit hungry after the play, so we went and walked over to the South Bank Christmas market that's going on right now, and I got a vegan duck salad bowl at one of the huts, and it was actually really good. It was £9.50. So I took the bus to the play and the train home, so that in total was $6.10 round trip. Okay, so before we get to the grand total, I want to do kind of a category breakdown so we can see where the money went. So first thing is rent, that was $187.50. And then bills and utilities, including council tax and my phone, were $21.50. No, $21.25. And then optional subscriptions were $7.25. And then moving on to the variable cost category breakdown. First, the most expensive was eating out. That was $61.04. Then groceries and household necessities was $47.90. Entertainment was £37. And then business expenses, which is just my website upgrade, was £35. And lastly, all transportation was $17.10. So now, without further ado, the grand total for the week, including recurring expenses, was £414.04. And that amount in US dollars at the time of filming this is £490.67. And if you watched my previous what I spend in a week video, at the time of filming that, the pound was much stronger, so the difference between my pound total and my US dollar total was way bigger. So personally, I'm a little bit happy that it's kind of more even now, but I'm not an economist. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of like kind of what it's like to live in London, how much you would typically spend. Anyway, all that to say, I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!